What's up, everybody? Welcome back to All Things Nerdy with Nate and Joe. I'm Nate. That's Joe. Today we're going to continue our conversation about fantasy football and how we have no idea what the f we're doing, but it's a blast and we love it, and we love telling people what to do with their fantasy teams, although we have no idea what's going on. So that's about it, Joe.
Hey, we've gotten more correct, educated guesses than we've gotten incorrect guesses. So we have a good track record. So if people want to jump on here and ask us some questions, we analyze the stats and the history and the matchups. So there's a method to our madness. But without further ado, Nate, let's talk nerdy.
Let's talk nerdy. Let's do it. So, hey, I've only had one wrong guess to date about fantasy football, and it was to you, Joe. And I'm so sorry.
And you caused me to lose that match. So thanks a lot. Like you literally. On you. If I would have started Kareem Hunt overnight, who was it? Najee Harris that week?
Ford. I think Ford.
Oh yeah, no. Ford. Yep. It was Ford.
Yeah.
If I would have started Hunt over Ford, I would have won that game. But no, you took that from me.
Yeah. So listen, Joe. See, what had happened is that's my bad.
You didn't believe in Hunt is what it was.
I did not believe in Hunt. I still don't believe in Hunt.
You should start believing, because I'm pretty sure he scored 2 touchdowns last week too.
Yeah, in my mind, the man's washed, right? But he is out here. I mean, the thing about the Chiefs, dude, is they do a lot with not a ton of talent, right? And he's great for their system. He was before he messed up forever ago, so it's kind of cool to see him back and kind of putting up some decent numbers and stuff. But
decent. Let's see. The week you told me to sit him, he scored 17.7 points. This is non-PPR, 100 yards and a touchdown rushing. Last week I did start him. I was like, I'm going to start him now. He scored 2 touchdowns. He scored 20 points in non-PPR. So he's doing pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I don't care. He's not.
That being said, are you starting Hopkins if you have him?
So the problem here with Kansas City and their receivers, Joe, is they spread the ball around so much, right? Like every week, it's like, 8 different receivers had a catch, plus Kelsey, plus the running back, plus. But here, like, I love D-Hop. I'm a huge D-Hop fan. But also, I don't understand how a receiver like D-Hop fits into the Chiefs system, because they are very much speed, quick drags, outruns, slants, all those things, right? Like, it's well designed.
He's replacing Rice, right? Like,
what'd you say?
He's replacing Rice, essentially. The
Rasheed, yeah, but Rasheed was still a fast little guy, right? The thing about like D-Hop is just he's not that. I don't see how he fits in their system. I don't understand how he works. So where I would go pick him up and put him on my bench in case he like showed up, but I'm not starting him this week. No.
You don't think so? Not the first week? Okay.
No.
We have a couple comments. We got Cody Landry says Najee over Hunt for sure. Well, if you look at the points for there was a bye week on week 6, so we can't compare those. But if you look at week 5 and week 7 when they both played, Najee had 7 points to Hunt's 17 and 16 points to Hunt's 20 points. So by the points, Hunt is greater than Najee right now. By the points of the past 2 weeks.
I wouldn't want to start either of them, but I agree with you, Cody. However, the real question, Cody, is
I'm starting
TSU or Tulane. That is the real question here. In TSU or Tulane?
Tulane's getting trashed.
No,
just because I know it's you. That's the only reason I say that. We got Epperly says D-Hop is washed. I mean, that's what Nate was saying about Hunt, and then look at him now, just popping off.
The difference is like from a running back, you can consistently see across the board when their production tends to drop off. So Hunt being washed is more realistic. Where you've had some older receivers play well. I mean, Moss, Owen. Now, granted, these are like Hall of Fame style receivers, right? But D-Hop was a monster, and I think D-Hop still has some in the tank. And I just wish I understood, like, saw how he fit in the system better, because like that's really like my big step. but like he could be good because he runs fantastic routes and he has good hands. He just doesn't have the same separation he used to. He's still a beast.
Yeah, I guess we will definitely find out this weekend.
And also, I do think he could open up some of the middle of the field for Kelsey, right? Because like you can't just ignore him.
Yeah. Who I was disappointed in their reunion last week was Adams and Rogers. What do you think about that? Would you have started Adams? I did. He got me 3 points in non PPR. I was like, oh, 30 yards. Cool.
I wouldn't have started Adams either just because like he's been kind of off. I mean, I know it's the Raiders, but I don't know what it is. And the Jets just aren't playing well. Rodgers isn't playing well. They fired their head coach. I probably wouldn't have started Adams either way.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm going to start him this week. I'm going to give him another. I'm going to give another shot just because of the chemistry that they have. We got a question here. Trade T for Pickens. So Cincinnati for who's Pickens on again?
Yes, the answer I would. I love Pickens, and I think with Russell, starting, I think Pickens, I think his value is only going to go up because Russell, although he is not as explosive as Fields, I think he is more consistent than Fields, and I think he finds his receivers a little better than Fields. So if you look at Russell's history, right, like he's done a decent amount with very little at the receiver spot outside of his time in Denver, but we all know that was a farce and like everybody sucked there. But like I do think Pickens, I think he will crush it with Russell at QB.
And you got, I think Higgins is questionable, so he's dealing with some sort of injury. But if you look at Pickens' last game with Wilson, I mean, over 100 yards, just a monster game. So hopefully they can continue that. Although Higgins and the Bengals, I mean, they might be losing, but they've been slinging the ball and they've been playing fine. So he's going to get probably more targets, but he hasn't had super consistent like yardage and output. He's had a couple good games, but really 3.9, 6, 7.7, and then he's got 2 outliers where he gets over 10 points. So I think Pickens is a good bet.
I would do that in a heartbeat. If somebody offered that to me, I would take it.
Watch Wilson get out there and get murdered this week. And we're like, well,
I'm going to call it for next week anyways. I'm going to say that Pickens outproduces T. Higgins. And I know T. Higgins is questionable and all that, but if they both play, I'm still going to say my pick of the week. I'm going to call it early right here. And we're making this a thing now out of nowhere, but my pick of the week is going to be Pickens over Higgins for next week.
Well, I hope you're wrong just because I have Higgins in my lineup, and I hope he does really well.
Well, I hope he loses.
I know you've already sabotaged me one time. But Pariko, trade Mahomes plus Brees or Kyron for Daniels, Pollard, and Neighbors. Redraft Superflex. Wide receiver 1 is now Jefferson. Other QBs are, and I'm 2-5. Can't decide which running back to trade. So it sounds like he's going to trade, but he just needs to know if it's Brees or Kyron is what it looks like, right?
Well, Brees Hall, the Jets are just struggling so much. I don't even know. Like, let me see what he's done as of recently. Because, Jaden Daniels is a rock star of a QB, especially in fantasy. Like, the kid's crushing it. I would take him over Mahomes just from a fantasy perspective. In real life football, give me Mahomes. Not what I'm saying before any of my friends or any of that want to jump in here and tell me I'm stupid. I'm talking purely fantasy.
Yeah.
Right. And the Rams did get both their receivers back, so
I don't know.
But
Hall has been like the shining star of like he's gotten consistent outputs. Let me look up Kyron really quick. I don't even know who that is, honestly.
It's the Rams running back. Brees Hall's been crushing it, actually. He's had 2 games under 10 points. Other than that, he's had 18, 24, 18, 21, and 26. Whew, but you are 2-5, so you got to make moves. You got to.
But Kyron is ranked second in running backs and has had just as even more solid of a run. So that is tough. So he's trying to decide between Brees or Kyron.
Let me look at Pollard here. I don't really love Pollard just because I hate the freaking Tennessee offense. Levis is so bad. So Pollard, the bye week's gone, so that's a positive, right? Bye week is out, so you don't have to worry about missing production for a week, where Brees and them, I don't think it is. So you would automatically miss production week there based off buys, right? Pollard has 18, 15, 18, 17. The 2 under 10 is 5.9 against Green Bay. He only had 6 touches. And then 8.5 at Buffalo, but he had 16 touches. That's just bad. That's a bad game. It happens to the best of us. Honestly, I think I would probably go. So with the Rams getting their receivers back, I think they're going to be a more potent offense. I would probably trade Brees and Mahomes for Daniels, Pollard, and Nabers. I think at 2-5, you got nothing to lose. That is what I would probably do.
Yeah, I think you go Brees just because Jets are going to struggle a lot more than the Rams, just until until they figure it out, and then maybe with Adams coming as well, they're going to try to get him the ball more, so that means less touches for Brees. We got a couple comments. Epperly says Mahomes is trash for fantasy net. You're right.
Yeah, 100%. Dude's a baller out on the field. But from a fantasy perspective, there's so many other quarterbacks out there. Any quarterback that is even a threat for running, I would take over him. Give me Kyler Murray over him. Mm-hmm. Although Kyler Murray cracks me up. The way he runs, man, I saw a video one time where they were talking about he looks like a toddler who picked up something he shouldn't and he's running from his parents. I can't ever unsee it. It is facts through and through. The way he runs, it is comical.
I'm going to have to look that up. We got the trade will happen next week since Kyron played already and Daniels is probably out this week. But yeah, so I would say go Brees unless for some reason he just blows. I don't know, even if he has a good game this week, I would still take kind of do what we went with originally. Sebastian says, would you guys trade Purdy and Tank Dell for Jordan Love and Jameson Williams?
So I know there's a lot of love for Jordan Love, right? I don't see it. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm a hater. Maybe I'm blind to it. I don't know. The thing about Tank Dell is a great talent, but man, the Texans are just loaded, right? It is just hard to be a standout week in and week out for that offense because they have so much stuff.
Yeah, you look at Tank Dell's production, and last week he had 0 points. I don't know if he even played. Week 5, 3 points. Week 3, 6. Week 2, 1.3. Week 1, 5.9. Tank Dell. So he said he has Tank Dell, right? So let me see. Let me look up Williams.
I would do it. He's suspended. He's the one that got suspended for PEDs or something like that. Yeah, I would do that. I don't care. If your team can sustain not having a player for a week like Williams, because it shows that he's predicted 0 points. I don't know when he comes back or how long. I think he's only suspended 2 games. I could be wrong. Let's see. Yeah, just 2 games for violating the league's policy regarding performance-enhancing substances. Yeah, I would do that in a heartbeat.
You would take Love and Williams over Purdy and Dell?
100%. If you have somebody that will do that trade with you, A, I don't know why they would. B, yes, do it immediately.
Maybe they just really like Brock Purdy. Technically, point speaking, Purdy does have more points, but didn't he just lose another person? So
yeah, their receiver core.
Yeah.
I saw something that was the healthiest receiver on their team was shot 3 weeks ago or a month ago or whatever it was.
Yeah, and still came back before Christian McCaffrey.
Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, I would trade. I would do that.
Epperly says Tank Dell was healthy last week without Nico and put up a 0. That's what I was saying. Not great. So if somebody will do that trade, jump on it for sure. He has Lamar at quarterback. That's why.
Wait, who has Lamar at quarterback?
The person he's trading with. So it's like,
Okay.
so Jordan Love, he's not going to start Love over Lamar. And he has 2 Bills wide receivers. So, yeah, I mean, he's pretty much trading his bench for this guy's to be able to start a couple people. So,
okay. I mean, of course, all these recommendations come without context, like what your team overall is, what depth, what the waiver wire looks like, how many people are in your league, and all those things. Like, I'm an idiot, and I have recently traded away freaking Jamar Chase for Taylor and freaking Ayuk, and Ayuk sucks, and Taylor got injured the day I traded for him. So take it with a grain of salt, man.
you can listen.
Fleeced.
You can listen to me though. I haven't done anything like that.
I mean, in this situation, honestly, Sebastian, I would do the trade for Jordan Love and Jameson Williams.
Yeah, unless you just don't need any of those players, like you're getting a good deal out of that.
Yeah.
Isaac says start D Hop, Keenan, or Ridley this week.
Ooh,
I like Keenan.
So I don't like D Hop this week just because I've said like 10 times already. I don't know how he fits in the system. I got to see it before I believe it. The dude's a beast. But he's older now. He doesn't have the same separation. I think he's a great add to the team. I think he could be a red zone like threat for them. That back shoulder fade, something they've needed as a big bodied receiver. I think if he puts up, it's probably going to be off touchdowns. I think I've always, so bias alert, right? I've loved Keenan since his college days. I'm a huge Keenan Allen fan. I have always liked him. I always want to see him succeed. So I would probably go Keenan Allen, but it's because I'm biased in that situation. That was hard for me to answer, man. Also, I don't really love Ridley. It's just not my favorite. So given the situation, I would probably go Keenan, but I'm not super high on any of them. I don't love any of those three.
I mean, Ridley's had one good game week 2. Other than that, not really good this year. And then I would say Keenan, like Caleb Williams is starting to be good, and that's one of his best targets, right? Well, from a fantasy perspective, I'm going to say that he's starting to put up some points. And I am starting both Caleb Williams and Keenan Allen in one of my fantasies. So I might have some stake on this while I'm saying it, but I got a 2 QB league, and I'm starting Caleb Williams and Keenan Allen. So hopefully they tear it up together, right?
Okay, the fact that you have a 2 QB league and you waited and got Caleb Williams is a disaster, Joe.
Shut your mouth. I didn't know that he was going to suck that bad at the beginning, but the last few weeks he's actually helped me out, other than the bye week. But yeah, he's getting better. Okay, Nate.
Okay, all right.
It was very tough sledding like the first 4 weeks of the season. Oh.
So Joe, now that we're kind of out of all that, that was a blast. What is your teams looking like currently? How'd they put up last week?
All right, so I did win one of my leagues last week. I am now 3-4. Again, I would be 4-3 if you wouldn't have lost me that game. But I'm definitely dealing with some injuries. So I got my wide receivers, which I was super proud of going into the season, were Nico Collins and Rice. Both are on IR. Also got Ford, who is out. I got Godert as tight end, who is out. So I've gotten some, and I got Kittle as my other tight end. He's questionable, and I got Higgins, who's questionable. So I'm just like, hopefully everyone who I have left will play, because I don't really have anyone else to sub out anymore in one of the leagues. And then let's see, my other league, the 2 quarterback one. I am 4-3 in that one. I did lose last week. I'm projected to lose this week, which I've been projected to lose every week in this league, but somehow I'm 4-3. But I got Russell Wilson starting, Caleb Williams, Achane, Hubbard, Jamar Chase, Stephon Diggs, Kelsey, Keenan Allen. I don't know if I'm going to start the Saints defense. I'll probably switch that out. But yeah, that is who I got so far. What about you?
So I won both of my leagues last week, but dude, my team's on life support right now. I got so many injuries and IRs and questionables and all of this. Like I said, I traded Jamar Chase for Jonathan Taylor and freaking Ayuk. Ayuk is on the IR. Jonathan Taylor's just coming back from a high ankle sprain. No idea what that's going to look like. If you've ever had a high ankle sprain, then you know, like, dude, they're tender, they hurt, they take a minute to come back from. The Luckily for me, he's very much a downhill runner. So hopefully it doesn't impact him too much. I got to go to the waiver wire and try to find some hit or misses. Hopefully some hits. But I think I am projected to win this week. Let's see. No, that's a lie. I am not. It's not even close in that one. And now my other league, I won. I was the second highest scorer in the league. I was only beat out by 0.06 points. So that sucked. But I am 3-4 as the third highest scorer in the league. So literally, like, all of my losses, I've been like the number 2 scoring person, losing to the number 1 scoring person.
Yep, a nail's a nail. Don't matter. End of this, and when it comes to playoffs, it's that record.
Yeah,
you could be the highest. You could be the highest scoring and not make it into the playoffs, which would be wild, right? Like you just happen, like your weekly just happens to get crushed by someone scoring their highest they've ever done that one week.
From a consistency standpoint, though, my team is there. We're looking good. I mean, I have Kyler Murray at quarterback, which I only got a couple more weeks out of that before COD drops.
COD dropped today, so
I didn't trade him.
You're done.
No,
you're done.
Oh my God, he's even sponsored by COD. Oh my God, It's going to be so much worse this year. That sucks.
You're done.
Yeah, I dropped the ball in a big way. Damn it. I got Saquon Barkley. Dude's going ham. Freaking killing it for the Eagles.
Against the Giants, too. That was just fun to see.
Did you see the video where he's like, hey, you're 13 yards away from breaking your career record in rushing yards against the Giants? And Saquon, man, kudos to this dude. Hats off to this man. Like, what a stand-up dude. He's like, nah, let the young guys eat. Right? Like, trying to give them a chance to go versus, like, because I'd be spiteful. I'd be like, give me the ball. I want to hang several hundred on them, you know. Like, put me out there, coach.
Yeah, I'm playing Madden right now. Let me drop 500 yards real quick.
Yeah, but he's like, man, let the younger kids eat, you know. So, mad respect for that guy. And then I got Joe Mixon, right? Joe Mixon has done really well with Houston, like, because I mean, you can't load the box or anything. It's been nice. Yeah. Garrett Wilson is hit or miss. It's kind of the biggest question mark. I got Zay Flowers. I got George Pickens, Keon Coleman, Nick Chubb. I got Brock Bowers, DeAndre Swift, Brandon Aubrey is my kicker. I just streamline defenses every week. I got Josh Jacobs. So,
Chubb, we'll see. We'll see what Chubb can do. I think he's been out for a while, right? I think he did play last week and did all right.
He's the better running back, though. It's not even a question. It's not even close. He is by far.
Yeah, compared to Ford, like 100% better. I'm just saying, like, will he put up the numbers he put up before he got hurt? That's what I want to see. Will he be the Nick Chubb of old?
Well, the Browns are in disarray right now anyways. The whole Deshaun Watson thing, dude, is comical. Like, what a terrible, terrible contract, trade, all kinds of shit. That man has done them wrong. I know he won't, but, like, he should just, like, release himself at this point to save the city and the team. And
hey, sir, would you just willingly give up millions of dollars, please?
Yeah, I mean, he's okay. He probably doesn't need it, but
I mean, he is out, and they what do they have that, like, insurance that, you know, if they get injured, that kind of thing. So they'll get some of their money back. They'll be able to hopefully do something with it.
It doesn't matter. They're screwed for the next handful of years, which the Browns are always freaking screwed because they are the Browns, right?
They should just kept Baker. They should just
They should just move the team.
Just move the team somewhere else.
Who wants to go to Cleveland? No offense, Cleveland people, but
get out of the cursed area. Just get out of there. Oh.
Yeah, man. I like the Browns back in Peyton Hillis days. That was fun, but
the best quarterback they've ever had was Johnny Football.
Joe, you're getting crazy. You're taking away everything we try to do on the show by saying stuff like that.
No, you know what they should have done? Kept Joe Flacco. That's what they should have done.
Dude, for real, yeah. They should have. Joe Flacco came in and put up for them in a big way. Look, he's not the long-term answer because the dude's like 40 whatever. He's an old man, but he's better than Deshaun Watson right now. But the problem is when you pay that much for a guy, like pure talent goes out the door, right? Because like everybody can sit here and look at the stats and look at how Deshaun has played and say, hey, you shouldn't play. But when you're paying the man that much, you have no choice but to play him.
Like you got to get your money's worth at all costs. Like put him in.
Yeah. So like you're so screwed. You can't get away from it. You can't get out of it because you can't bench him. No one else is going to take on that contract. No one is going to give you any kind of value for that man, right? Yeah. And then wasn't there another allegation brought up against him too recently?
Recently. I don't know if I don't think anything ever came out of it, but it was like a couple more like people or allegations that came up, and that the Browns are like, please, because then they probably could have got him for misconduct and got out of the contract or whatever. But he's down for the rest of the season, so I guess it's really a non-factor. But we'll see how old Jameis does. We haven't seen him play in a while since he went 30-30, where he do 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions.
I fucking love Jameis, dude. Jameis is my.
As soon as I said that, we got Airpolice's Jameis about to spin it for the Browns. 20 TDs, 20 M's. Somebody's catching the ball. That's his motto.
Dude, I don't care what anybody says. I fuck with Jameis so much. I love that dude. He was perfect for the Saints. His personality, who he is, his freaking interviews are hilarious. Unless
you own some crab legs, you got to get behind the dude.
Dude, his pregame speeches are money. The dude was blind when he won a national championship, drafted like he was, and he's out there just slinging it. And they're like, bro, do you see this? And he's like, no, I don't see nothing.
Yeah, they just specs down there, man. They just specs.
Bro, God, I love Jameis so much. I can't wait.
To hold that record in the NFL, that's still something, man. You got an NFL record for 30 TDs and 30 interceptions.
Jameis is a baller, baby. He's out here just living. He's living the life we all wish we could, because he's his true, authentic self. Gives no fucks. And he's just out here hanging out, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested to see him play. I know the Browns are very typically like let's run a lot, especially like with the running backs they have. But I want to just see him slinging it.
Yeah, well, especially when your new quarterback is known for throwing interceptions. I think the backs are gonna get a lot of work. Right now is a good time to put Chubb in the game and just let him do his stuff. But I hope the best for Jameis. I hope he comes out and just absolutely crushes it.
Yeah. Would you start him? That's the question.
As a meme, yes. As something is funny, 100%.
No, you're trying to win the game.
No,
it's a one QB league.
No, he doesn't run. At no point am I starting. No. If it's a meme league where it's I saw something about a video about if a quarterback gets a tackle, you get 100 points. 100%. I'm starting that motherfucker every week. He is a consistent starter on my team.
All right, let me pose you this. Let's say it's my team. My quarterbacks are Russell Wilson, Caleb Williams, Gardner Minshew, and Will Levis. I drop one of them and pick him up. I'm going to start Russell Wilson just because I think he's going to have the chance to get the most points. But out of Caleb Williams, Will Levis, and Gardner Minshew, would you start him over those three?
I would start Caleb Williams.
Okay, fair enough. But that is like that 2 quarterback leagues where you don't have a good quarterback. That's a good pickup this week. If you can get him.
I'm not saying that. I don't think it's a good pickup at all.
If your quarterbacks are Will Levis and Gardner Minshew, you might as well start Jameis Winston.
Depends on the matchup, and no, I disagree. Unless you're trying to just laugh about it, say if I'm projected to beat somebody by 40 points, and I just want to kind of put it in their face, and I could bench my quarterback and start Jameis, then 100%.
Oh man, but it looks like we are over time here. Doesn't look like we're Got any more comments or questions? Nate, you want to end on anything?
No. I appreciate y'all hanging out and chatting with us and talking with us. We enjoyed it. We love talking about this. It's a lot of fun. So we appreciate y'all.
Yep, awesome. You guys have a good weekend. We'll see y'all next week.
Take care.